So if I may ask, what are your advocacies?
Well, as I mentioned earlier, I really want to help people who feel that they've been discriminated against. Because right now, the group that I was talking about, it's called Awareness Against Racial Discrimination. I focus on racial discrimination because it is one type of discrimination that is really hard to prove. Like when it comes to sexual, sex discrimination, it's kind of black and white, right? But when it comes to racial, how do you prove that if someone does something to you and you believe that you're being discriminated against, how do you prove it's racial? It is really hard. And I believe at this point, when you look at the law, yeah, you will see racial discrimination, but when it boils down to really pinning down the act, how do you prove it, right? So that's why I wanted to focus on that, racial discrimination, because there's a lot of people I know who have been discriminated against, myself included, who could not even talk to anybody because, first of all, if you talk to someone, they'll look at you and say, what do you mean? Of course not, right? Because they don't know it. They don't know that. Only the people who migrated here would understand what racial discrimination is because they experience it. And that's what I want to do. I want to help people come out of their shell, be able to talk about what their experiences are when it comes to discrimination, because a lot of people do not even know their rights, right? Like I said earlier, there are a group of women, Filipinos who, not just women, Filipinos who came to my meeting, and they have been suffering for a while now because they were not allowed to speak their own language in their workplace. I mean, they did not know that for them, they should be able to, right? But they're not sure whether the employer is right. Can they do that to them? They weren't sure. So being Filipinos that they are, you know how we try to accommodate, we just, okay, fine, we'll accept it because we can. But it's not right. So I want to be able to let other people know that there's a group, my group, who is willing to look at what your issues are. Because maybe it's not discrimination at all, but at least we can direct you to, okay, it's not actually discrimination, it's just this, that. So my group is just there for them to at least, first of all, vent. Second of all, find out whether what they're experiencing is discrimination. So for me, I would be advocating if I were ever, appointed as a senator, I'd be advocating for people who are victims of discrimination, be it racial, be it sex, religion, anything, because I do not believe that, a lot of people are aware that their actions are discriminatory against other people, and there's also a lot of people who are not aware that they've been the treatment they've been experiencing is discrimination. So I guess that will be my main focus. Okay. So I'm really hoping that I'll be given the opportunity to become a senator here in Canada, because I would like to represent the minority, female, the immigrant, because I believe that that combination, there's no senator right now that I know of who represent or advocate for the minority, female, immigrant citizens of Canada. When I say immigrant, it does not just necessarily mean Filipinos, but of course, since I am Filipino, I would like to be able to advocate for them as well. And there's so many Filipinos here in Canada, and it saddens me that I have met a lot of them who have experienced discrimination in this country, and I want to be able to do something about it. At this time, the only thing I can do is help them through my group, which is the Awareness Against Racial Discrimination. It's a very small group. I just started it, but I'm proud to say that somehow we're beginning to be recognized, at least in the Niagara region, that we are there ready to help people who feel that they need direction with respect to how they're being treated by co-workers or by anyone else. But I believe that if I become a part of the Senate, I'll be able to do more for more people. So I'm hoping that that happens in the near future, so that I can advocate for the minority female immigrants of Canada. So that's what I'm hoping will happen. Now, having said that, right now, like I said, we have this group, and it's not just in Niagara Falls. We have members who are from Toronto, from Mississauga, from Scarborough. So if anyone who watches this, any of you feel na you're discriminated, lalo yung mga Pilipino, so I would like to address the Filipinos, and so I'm speaking in Tagalog. Kung nararamdaman nyo na yung ang trato sa inyo doon sa trabaho nyo, o kung saan man kayo, hindi tama, huwag kayong matakot. You can contact me through Romy Marquez. Kontakin nyo kami. Pwede namin kayong tulungan by listening to you, kasi alam ko yun lang makapagsalita ka lang na kung ano yung nararamdaman mo, kung paano ang trato sa'yo, kahit paano nakakagaang na yun eh. Plus, on top of that, since I'm a lawyer and yung vice president namin is also a lawyer, she's French-Canadian, makakatulong kami sa inyo kung anong dapat yung gawin, kung saan kayo lalapit, kung anong dapat yung next step ninyo, and kung talaga bang discrimination yung nararamdaman nyo or na-experience nyo. So, don't be scared. I just want to let you know that, you know, there's so many people who feel the same way you do, but you just need to let it out, let someone else know, so that mabigyan kayo ng tulong. And we're ready to do that. Anyone who needs our help, we're here. So,
Thank you.
you're welcome.